Hello everyone. In today's video, I want to take you on a meditative journey because when I look at YouTube and I go on the internet, I see so much garbage, so much information that is either not helpful or it's harmful for our minds. So I thought I would do my best to contribute something positive on the internet. And in this meditative journey, I'm going to go through 3 steps or 3 parts while guiding you in the meditation. But these 3 parts are also symbolic for the 3 aspects of yourself that you need to pay attention to in order to find peace and happiness. So first of all, I want you to take this opportunity, center yourself, sit either on the floor, on a cushion, or on a chair, or on your sofa, or you can lay down on your bed. The most important thing is that you become comfortable and you give yourself the time and space to relax and to stop. In meditation, we use the breath as an anchor into the present moment because our minds are running a million miles an hour and we're either worrying about the future, things that haven't happened yet, or consumed in our past by things that have happened but are unresolved. And we sacrifice the present moment because we're never truly here. We're never present. And this affects the way we live our life, our relationships, because if you're not there for the person you love, how can you love them? If you're not aware of life, how can you say you're living life? Well, meditation is the tool to come back to life, to wake up to the reality that you are alive and to make the most out of life. So I want you to bring your attention and your awareness to your in-breath, breathing in, breathing out. And this technique will be your anchor when your mind becomes distracted, and you can always use this tool in whatever situation you find yourself in. When you're stressed, when you're nervous, when you're scared, wherever you are, you can just gently breathe in, breathe out. And it can make such a difference in the outcome of whatever situation you're in. So the first part of this journey is the body. And before we can make any progress, you must feel comfortable in your skin. You must be comfortable in your body. And we accumulate so much pain, so much tension throughout our day from stress that we never truly release it. We never heal our bodies. And we develop all kinds of diseases and problems. So as you're breathing in, breathing out, I want you to become aware of your body. And it sounds kind of strange, but I want you to find the parts in your body that hurt. Find the pain. Where is the tension? Is it in your neck, your shoulders, your back, your legs, your eyes, your feet? Where? Keep breathing, breathe in, breathe out, and start to notice the sensations in your body. And if just the overall comfort level, and be honest with yourself. Do you feel comfortable right now? Do you feel restless? And do not judge yourself. Just observe. Breathing in, breathing out. And as you breathe and become aware of your body, you will start to relax. Give yourself permission to relax, to calm down. Just let your body be. Let your body heal. Imagine you're shining a light in a room that is totally dark. A room in your house that you never go in. You never saw in the inside. Now you're shining a light. And this light will spread and clean and organize. Most of us never really deeply relax. We're always tense. We're always stressed. We're always worried. You are the stressed person. Breathing in, breathing out. Just noticing sensations in your body. Using your breath to anchor yourself in the here and now. So we should start to feel more relaxed at this point. And you can always come back to your breathing and your body to reset. And I recommend doing this every night before you sleep. Give your body a chance to process and to release the tension. Otherwise, you sleep with that pain. And it sounds odd, but you don't want to avoid your pain in your body. You want to find it. And this takes courage. This takes discipline. Because most of the time we try to avoid this pain. And this brings us to the second part of our journey, and that is the mind and our feelings. Most of our serotonin is produced in our abdomen, and you'll notice when you feel scared, when you feel nervous, or you just have a gut feeling about something or someone. It's in your stomach, right? It's in your gut, deep within yourself. Your emotions are stored in your belly. This is the center of your body. And as we become grounded in our bodies and start to release the pain, we have a new opportunity to explore the mind. And when you meditate for the first few times, or maybe after 10 years, your mind is moving 100 miles an hour. And you're always stuck in the past, lost in the future. And with our mind, with our thoughts, we make the world. Anything is possible. And our mind is like a garden. We have seeds. Imagine a clear, open field where you can plant any kind of tree or plant. We plant seeds of fear, anxiety, anger, violence, hatred, jealousy, resentment, and so on. And we also can plant seeds of peace, love, understanding, compassion, joy, generosity, gratitude, and so on. And living in society, we take in information all the time. We're taking in information, whether it be through conversation or TV shows or the news or interactions with people. We're either watering seeds of negative seeds or positive seeds. So fresh to breathe, so joyful. And as you, for example, when we turn on the news, we're watering seeds of fear, of violence, of division, because it's so scary what's happening in the world today. Fear of nuclear fallout, AI, all the things we worry about, of violence and war, and it's overwhelming. We take in the negativity of other people in the course of our day. We're watering those seeds. And because we're not mindful, we're not aware how much toxicity we intake. We shouldn't blame other people because they are suffering too. But we have to know how to heal ourselves, to release that energy. The second part of this journey is the mind and our emotions. And this leads me to the third aspect of this journey. So the third part of this journey is what I like to call freedom or transcendence. Most people in society are living with some sort of complex, either an inferiority complex or superiority complex or an equality complex. The inferiority complex is when a person feels like they are not good enough. They are not worthy of love, of success, because they feel less than others. It could be from their upbringing, from childhood, from their parents. For some reason, they feel like they are. And so this person probably has a lot of depression, a lot of insecurity, a lot of self-hatred, negative self-talk. And because they always tell themselves, I can't achieve my dreams, they won't. Because they tell themselves they're ugly, no one will like them or fall in love with them, no one will. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. And the other complex is the superiority complex. This is when a person believes that or convinces themselves that they are superior or better than others for whatever reason. And this kind of person is arrogant. They don't care about other people's feelings. They walk all over people because they see life as a competition. And this kind of complex is always the result of fear and insecurity because they are chasing their own shadow. They are trying to fill their ego, but the ego is never satisfied. So it's a constant state of insecurity because you might feel that you're higher than someone on whatever system of hierarchy that the person's subscribing to, but they're never safe in their position because there's always someone who's trying to take their position, or they're always trying to one-up someone else. And some people may argue this is the way of the world, and that is true. We live in a system which promotes selfishness and division and consumerism, but it doesn't mean that it's right or it's wise. And they look down on others because of status or skin color or gender or sexual orientation. This kind of person always has a scapegoat, someone that they can say that they're better than or feel better than, because that makes them feel better. Because the truth is, they don't feel confident in who they are. The third one is the equality complex. And this is a person who clings to the notion that everyone is equal and there's no differences, and it's kind of like the kind of person who tries to pretend that they're a good person. They say they believe that they're a good person, but believing that you're a good person doesn't mean you're a good person. The reality of life is people are different, but it doesn't mean that they have more intrinsic value. We're all human beings. Most of us are trapped in our ego, our sense of self, and the ego is tricky and it's never satisfied. It will never be enough. It's like a vacuum. It's an emptiness deep inside that we always want to fill, but it never can be filled. And the more you try to fill it, the more that emptiness grows. And it's a very unwise way to go through life, especially at the end of life, because we wrap our identification around our jobs or our positions or the money that we make or all of those things, the cars that we drive, the things that we have, but that fades away. So what every human being is left with is themselves, their experiences in their body now. So we always come back to the here and now. And when you've lived your whole life trying to create an identity, your identity becomes less and less valid over time. And then I've seen this happen a lot. People age very ungracefully because they don't know how to just be, because they're used to like achievement, they're used to their power, their perceived power. Most people are not actually after having lots of money. Most people, I would say, want power, but they misunderstand where the real power lies. Most power is social. And how do you get social power? You have power over yourself. Power in yourself means to be peaceful, whatever situation happens, to be confident, like real confidence, real self-esteem that can't be taken from you. It's yours. And that's when people gravitate towards you. They want to be like you because people are smart. We sense that someone else is happy. You can sense someone's joy. You can sense their freedom. You can sense their agitation. So we lie to each other, we lie to ourselves, but deep down, our gut instinct, we know who's happy, and we all want peace. Most of the time, a lot of people may agree with me, but it's just in theory. We don't know how to put this into practice. But before we can really transcend and achieve freedom like I'm talking about, I'm realistic because you have to first develop a sense of self before you can let go of yourself. So meditation can help you first and foremost find yourself. And the first step is usually finding the person that's really that you've been hiding from, that you've been resisting. You have to be courageous to be a good meditator. You have to go into the darkness. And it's not going to be pleasant. It's not going to be cheerful. It's going to be scary. But if you keep making the effort to be really honest with yourself, in your body, in your mind, your feelings, you will start to change and transform. And once you begin to transform, you will reach a place of, because it's not like if I achieve enlightenment or happiness or peace, that's it. Because your happiness is my happiness. Your peace is my peace. And I'm not just saying that as a theory or some kind of hippy dip. It's the reality, because if you're angry, if you're anxious, it's gonna affect me. The interaction we have is going to be negative. So you will see in your own experience, if you're in a room full of people that are joyful and laughing, it's contagious, right? Even if someone's laughing and you don't know why, you start to laugh. And the opposite is true. You can be around a person that's so full of ego and anger, it triggers your own ego and anger. And as my teacher says, I don't have enemies. I don't have people I hate, because my goal, my objective is to transcend. And once I can do that, I can help people. And the last thing that I want to say is, for those of you who are empathic and sensitive like me, you have to be aware of, you have to protect yourself. You have to have boundaries, because most people are not trying to achieve states of freedom in their mind, in their consciousness. They're living day by day, me, myself, and I, trying to get money and power. That's most people. So that kind of person won't understand what your love, they won't understand your peace. In fact, they will probably be threatened by it. So you have to not be so quick to open yourself and sort of love people from a distance. As my teacher said, there's no way to peace, there's no way to happiness. Happiness is the way. And I'll end with one quote, one of my favorite quotes from Maya Angelou. She said, people will forget what you say, they'll forget what you do, but they'll never, ever forget how you. So I just wanted to share this in this video, kind of a guided meditation journey of self-transformation, just so I can contribute some positivity and something meaningful on the internet. I hope that it helps someone out there. And thank you so much for subscribing to the channel and following me and giving me support. I appreciate it, and see you in the next video. Peace.